All right. Well, hey guys, I'm going to go ahead and get us started. Pause the music there. Is that Alyssa, David? Tell Alyssa we said hey. We cannot wait to see you guys again soon whenever you guys are comfortable coming back. We miss you all very much. And I hope what we go through tonight will at least give most of you some peace of mind as far as the measures we're taking to keep our kids' space safe and keep our parents informed. Um, hey, Alyssa, how you doing, sweetie? Good to see you. um, so yeah, one really important thing to note here really quick is that tomorrow morning, I'm going to be recording another video that will be for the parents. It's a video that's going to walk our parents through our kids' space. It's going to give them an idea of what to expect when they come. The reason why we didn't do that with nursery and preschool was because we knew for certain that our count was really going to be low, and there wasn't honestly a lot that was going to change with those two areas than what our parents were already used to, other than just kind of how to check in and all that stuff. But we're going to do that this week. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to do a nice video that's welcoming our parents back, our kids back. It's going to let them know what to expect. It's going to go through the hallway, the check-in procedures, the things that their kids are going to be able to do in the classroom. And so I'm really, really excited about that. But let me go ahead and get us started here with our training. I wanted to first just remind us all of our vision. We want to create a safe, kid-friendly environment where we help kids discover the truth of God's word and introduce them to a relationship with Jesus. And we'll do this by connecting them with excellent leaders. That's you guys. And partnering with parents to help kids respond to the gospel. This is our vision. And even though ministry is going to look differently right now, guys, I want to remind you about something. We're still doing ministry. We're still doing ministry, whether we're doing it 6 feet apart, whether we're doing it virtually, whether we're doing it online, whether we're doing it in person, whether we're doing games that may not seem to be as fun sometimes, or whatever the scenario is. We are still pressing forward and wanting to do ministry with our children, with our families, so that we can teach them the truth of God's word and introduce them to a relationship with Jesus. And so don't forget the vision in light of all of the craziness that's gone on the past 6 months, all of the changes that we've been going through an unprecedented time in our lifetime. Let's not lose sight of the bigger picture of what God is wanting to do through us for his people and for his kingdom and for his glory. All right. So let's remember that. But the key word in this vision statement right now is safe. And what I want to do is walk you through kind of what the space is going to look like, what to expect as a volunteer, so that you can be assured that our space is well set to be a safe environment for our kids and for you as a volunteer. So what will it look like for children? This is what it's going to look like for children. Not too much different than what we've been used to before, but a number of things will be different. Parents will be required to RSVP their kids. Every single Monday, a new RSVP link is reset for parents to register their kids for kids ministry programming for the upcoming Sunday, and it's set to cut off on Thursday morning at 9 a.m. And the reason why it's set to cut off early is so that our team can put everything together for the kids that are registered and have that stuff set up, because Fridays I'm out of the office. I'm out of the office on Saturday because I need to be with my family. I need to be with my kids. And so having everything set and having at least 3 to 4 days for parents to RSVP is enough time for them to do so. But that doesn't mean that we won't turn kids away on a Sunday morning if we have space. So if we have space on Sunday and a kid shows up and they didn't RSVP, we're not going to turn them away. They'll go through the same process of getting screened and checked in like all the other kids do who RSVP. It's only when we're at capacity and we can't accept any more kids that we'll unfortunately have to ask parents to come back next weekend. But it will still be fun. We're going to be at limited capacity. Temperature checks will be done upon arrival. We will still have room for guests, and this is something new I'm excited about. We're going to provide each child that has RSVP'd a labeled personal item kit to be used each Sunday moving forward. These are items that can't be easily cleaned. So pencils, Bibles, paper, activity books, I've got some that I'll show you right here really quick. This is what they look like right here. So this is just in its initial stages. It's not completely put together, but it's a clear personal item kit that kindergarten through fifth grade will have in their rooms. And it will be given to a child that has RSVP'd. When they show up on Sunday, they'll get this and they'll have their name put on it. This is what the one for kindergarten and first grade looks like. Again, not everything's in there yet, so it kind of looks empty, but they get their own pack of crayons, some stickers, a little journal that they can draw in, a little party pack of Play-Doh that they can play with. The second through fifth grade one is a little bit different. They get colored pencils, a little pencil sharpener, a little party pack of Play-Doh, a little journal, some stickers. There'll be cooler stickers than those. But it's just to give you guys an idea that they're going to get these individual kits, and each Sunday that they return, they will be able to use this kit for their own individual kind of craft activity time when they're just getting started in the morning. If they maybe just want to sit by themselves for a little bit somewhere, they can take their kit and put their stuff in it. We're going to encourage parents to make sure that their kids bring their own Bibles as well. But if a kid does not have a Bible, we've got plenty of Bibles on hand, and we will give a child a Bible for them to keep at the church. We'll write their name on the inside of it so they can make sure that they keep getting it back. Oh, there we go. Admit, Johnny Carr, Mike. All right, cool, they're coming in. Hey guys, really glad to see you here. Hey Johnny, good to see you here, brother. Just walking through just the beginning part here, so you didn't miss too much, just going through the individual activity kits, but don't worry, this will be recorded and you guys can go back anytime and watch this, hopefully after we get it uploaded tomorrow. But those are the individual personal item kits that they'll get. These will be stored in your classrooms and kept there throughout the week, and we will make sure that they're restocked throughout the week with anything that they need that is used from the previous Sunday. So here's the order of service for the morning. This is really important. We're only at 1 hour in the morning now. We're not at an hour and 15 minutes anymore. So at 11 a.m., drop off will take place at 11 o'clock, and kids will come into their rooms. They'll get their individual activity kits that they can play with as the morning's getting started. And once we get enough kids to get started with some activities, then they'll do that before they go to Friendship Factory if they have time. But we're really going to get started pretty quickly after the morning is going. And so it's going to look a little bit different right now. So at 11:15, we will have kindergarten and first grade go to the Friendship Factory first. And I'll show you guys what the process will look like to go to the Friendship Factory and back in just a minute. But this is the order of service. Second and fifth grade will be in small group time. And then at 11:35, 20 minutes, we're going to switch. Kindergarten and first grade will have their small groups, and then second and fifth grade will do Friendship Factory. And then at 12 o'clock, it'll be pickup time. This is a very, very, very simple rotation that we're going to have. And the reason why we're doing it this way is so we can use our Friendship Factory. We've got enough space. It's going to be clean. And we want to have our kids in worship, and I want to teach the Bible to them. So I'm excited about doing that, and it'll be a lot of fun. So let me show you kind of how the flow will be to get to the Friendship Factory. Kids will leave their room, and there'll be a one way and one way out. I'll show you that as well in just a minute. But here's the Friendship Factory. They're going to come into the Friendship Factory on the right side. You'll see that arrow marker, 6 feet distancing, kind of directing kids where to go. And then when they come in, this is what the Friendship Factory looks like right now. So Chris and Ricky helped me do this morning. This does not look normal, guys, and it's going to feel weird, and some of our kids may feel a little weird about it. But listen, it's still ministry. And the key to making this a success is going to be you guys really being invested and engaged with the kids during Friendship Factory time. They're going to need more encouragement to participate now that they can't sit right beside their friends. But I guarantee you that we'll have a lot of kids who are going to be more engaged, paying attention wise, because they're not being distracted. And so we have an opportunity to really get our kids involved in participating in the Friendship Factory. What I want everybody to notice here about these chairs too is that these blue, every other row is taped off, just like the worship center. If you've been coming to worship on Sunday, it's the same setup. So when kindergarten and first grade comes, they're going to sit in this front row right here. Kindergarten this side, first grade over here on this side. And they will essentially follow the same type of format that we're doing in the worship center. Once Friendship Factory time is over, they're all going to exit out the same side and they're going to go out this way. So they're going to come in one way and they're going to go out one way. And then in between the transition, we will move the tape for the other rows so that the second and fifth graders are not sitting in the same seats that the kindergarten and first graders are. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's how Friendship Factory will work. This is what the room capacity is right now for all of our rooms, including the volunteers. So kindergarten is at 14, first grade's at 14, second and third's 22, fourth and fifth's 22. Precepts room are both at 22. What you'll notice is that you will only have 12 kids in the kindergarten class. First grade will only have 12 kids. The other two are for the volunteers. You gotta have at least 2 adults in every room. So that is what the room capacity is at right now. We are operating at right around 30% capacity at this point. And now I know it may not seem that way because I think before COVID, our fourth and fifth grade class at 9:15 only had like 8 kids in it. So they were COVID ready at that point to operate. But that is what the room capacity is going to be. And essentially it'll be about 2 small groups for every classroom, maybe 3, depending on how many volunteers we have in each room. Again, if you guys have questions, please use the chat feature, and I will get to a point when I will answer questions as we move forward. All right, so here's the screening and check-in procedures, guys. At Millbrook, parents and volunteers should park at the west entrance. The screening tables are going to be at the west entrance. So all the volunteers and all the kids who are coming into kids ministry will all need to come in through the west entrance doors at the Hargrove side of the building. They'll walk in, they'll see the table there, they'll see Pat Kern and his team and our people up there doing the temperature checks and given the yellow, you're going to get a yellow sticker as a volunteer that says you've been screened, and every child will get the same sticker as well. They have to be uniform across the board so that they're recognizable by everybody on staff that's in the building. They'll get the temperature check screening. It's right outside of room 501 there. Volunteers and children will receive their check-in stickers, not their screening stickers. They'll receive their check-in stickers at the welcome desks of each area. So at the welcome desk for elementary, oops, sorry, let me do this slide real quick. For the pickup and drop off as well, the same parent that is dropping off will be picking up unless it's been noted otherwise. So that means they may say something when they come to drop off, like, hey, my husband's coming to get them, he'll have the sticker, etc. Parents will follow the recommending social distancing route. You guys are going to see that in just a second. It's the traffic flow of the area. Pickup tags will be needed to be presented, nothing different there. Only note here is that you don't need to take the tag from the parent. There's going to be a little table outside of your room that will be where the parents put their pickup or their pickup tags in the jar. You'll still need to take the sticker off the child and throw it away, but you're not necessarily having to hand a lot of stuff, passing things off and on to the parents. They'll have a little thing where they put the pickup tag in and they'll, oops, I'm not talking to you, Siri. I don't know what she's thinking, interrupting my meeting here. Smart watch problems, but they'll also pick up their parent cue sheets there at that same table as well. So again, you're not having to hand off a lot of stuff to the parents. And they'll also be given their child's craft as well. That will all be set up outside if they have a craft to take home. So here is the beginning of the traffic flow. Here's the main kids welcome desk. There's going to be 2 tablets at this desk for check-in. You'll see the spots here, the safe spots in front of the welcome desk. This will be where parents line up to check their kids in. I was going to put some spots here in the middle, but I don't want this desk to be clogged up too much. But we will have the parents check in here. They'll get their check-in stickers for their child. And then after that, they're going to walk into the Sprinkles ice cream shop. This is the way into the kids' elementary hallway. Before they were coming in where the toy company is, as if you're heading to 4th and 5th grade or the Friendship Factory. Everybody is coming in through this entrance, all right? And once they walk in, they're either gonna be able to go to the left to where the older elementary classrooms are, or to 1st grade if they don't have any kids in kindergarten. Or if they have kids in kindergarten, they'll begin to go this route here. There's the kindergarten class up to the left. They have these safe spots here that are all separate about 6 to 7 feet apart, where they'll wait in line. drop their kid off. They'll follow the arrows out the other way. These are the safe spots for the first grade classroom along this wall. And they will all walk out this hallway down here. They'll go through the rotunda where the benches are, and they'll come past the resource room. And now you're looking down to where the 4th and 5th grade classes, where precepts is, the restrooms. These safe spots here for the parents that have kids that will be in 2nd and 3rd grade or 4th and 5th grade. They'll line up here at pickup time or at drop off time if they're dropping off. And then there's another couple safe spots over here if this line gets too long. There's a couple of safe spots down here where the 4th and 5th grade parents can line up as well if they need to. So they'll come down here, they'll drop off, they'll follow the same path at pickup time, and then they'll head out this way. And the toy company doors are an exit only entrance. So that will be where they go out. I did not put the precepts room or like the safe spots in there because I ran out. But Amy, just so you know, so everybody knows down here, there's the precepts classroom all the way down at the end. Precepts families will be encouraged to go inside inside that door right there. There's a big room in there where they can line up safely more than 6 feet apart easily. And the precepts families will go in, they'll drop their kid off one at a time in the room, and they'll walk out the room, and they will come out the doors into the main hallway, and they'll come back through this entrance that's down over here by the restrooms. That door is only going to be opened at pickup and drop off time. Other than that, it'll stay shut during the service. But when they come to drop off and pick up, they will go in and out of the precepts room without having to back cross where parents are lining up and where traffic's coming in. And then they'll all walk out the same way. All right, a couple other things about the screening and check-in stuff real quick. So the questions that everybody's being asked, volunteers are being asked this, parents are being asked this of their kids. Only 2 main questions that we need to have answers to. Have you or anyone in your household had flu-like symptoms in the past 24 hours? This has always been a part of our sickness policy, guys. This has never changed. But it's better than asking of somebody, hey, have you been sick recently? I mean, sick can mean all kinds of stuff. So if they said yes, doesn't necessarily mean that they can't be in the building. They could have had allergies and had a little cough or something, but not had a common cold or the flu. So we have to say clearly flu-like symptoms in the past 24 hours. The second question is, have you or anyone in your household been in close proximity with someone who has been exposed or tested positive for COVID-19 in the past 14 days? I know that's a mouthful, but don't worry, you guys don't have to ask all those questions. But close proximity is 6 feet or less for more than 15 minutes. That's what that means. Volunteers and families will need to return home if they answer yes to either one of those questions, or if they have a temperature higher of 100.4. I know there are things out there right now that are talking about the temperature checks and all that stuff, and I understand that, but I have not been asked to change our policy just yet. If that's something that ever changes in the future, I'll be sure to let everybody know. But for right now, that's kind of the process of where we're at with our screening procedures. All right, again, if you guys have questions, just submit those things right there into the chat feature. Okay, elementary volunteer responsibilities. All right, guys, so this is where the rubber meets the road here. When you're in your classroom with your kids and you guys are actually busy doing stuff now with your children in the room. Arrive 30 minutes prior to the start of service and check-in. We need volunteers to wear masks for right now. All adults that are serving in the church are required to wear a mask. Assist children during craft times. This is something important to understand here, guys. We're not going to create a space where kids are not going to enjoy themselves. And we're not going to create a space where volunteers are constantly having to tell kids, no, don't do that, stay 6 feet apart. The rooms are set up to serve kids by keeping them socially distanced. But that doesn't mean a kindergartner is going to stay 6 feet apart exactly from another adult or another child for an entire hour. It's just not going to happen. And so we need to be graceful. We need to be patient. And if you are seeing that a child is really struggling with a particular craft, as long as you're wearing your mask, and just so you guys know too, kids, kindergarten through 5th grade will be asked to wear a mask as well, unless they have some type of underlying condition where they cannot wear one, but they will be asked to wear a mask before they come to church. Parents will be notified about that. And here's the good news, guys. Schools are going to require that. The state is asking for it. And so most kids now are who are out and about places in public, or if they're in school, like a private school setting or an academy or a chartered place, they're all wearing masks right now. So we're not asking them to do anything new or different than what they have already become accustomed to over the past few months. But everybody will have their mask on. So don't feel weary or scared about going up and helping the child put some glue on their paper bag or cutting something out if they're having a hard time with it. Just know that that is okay. It's when we're allowing a child to sit in your lap for 20 minutes for no reason, we can't allow that. And so that's different. But moving about freely and working with the kids and helping them is totally okay. So lead them during small group activities, pray with your children, disinfect your area after each service. I'll show you guys a couple things about the rooms here in just a minute that will help you guys see what that will be like. And then when the room service is over, place the activity kits and your leader boxes back in the cabinets that are in your classroom. And then most importantly, guys, connect with the kids. Connect with the kids. Ensure parents have pickup tags when they come to pick up and that they get their take-home items. All right, here's a couple things to note about the room. Every room is going to get one of these cleaning kits right here, guys. They're going to get a sanitization kit. Every room will have this. You'll be able to use this in your room. A hand sanitizer, disinfectant, mask if you need them, gloves if you need them. Everything's going to be in there that you need. The kindergarten and first grade rooms will have these leader boxes. These are the leader boxes that will have your small group activity and craft items in them. Kindergarten and first grade, this is what they'll look like. Kindergarten and first grade also have cabinets where they'll have their main essential items that can be easily cleaned for the most part, except for the Bibles. If a kid needs a Bible, if a kid needs a Bible, that's where they are in your cabinets. Write their names on the inside of them so that they get the same Bible when they come back from week to week. But they will be stored right here in kindergarten and first grade room. Here's right now what the kindergarten and first grade room looks like. Disregard the freestanding cabinet. Don't worry, that cabinet will be out of the way and anchored onto the wall before Sunday, but they had to replace the baseboards and had to move the cabinet off the wall. But these tables are all at least 6 feet apart, and the children, there will only be allowed to be 2 kids at each table. But remember, these rooms can have 12 kids in them. So I'm working to make sure we get a couple more tables so that we can have every child have the opportunity to sit at a table if need be. In the kindergarten room and in the first grade room, same setup. You'll notice here some books and puzzles over here to the side. That is a calm corner, a safe space. If a child needs to go over there for any reason at all, please don't let more than 1 child over there at a time. And those books and those puzzles and stuff can easily be sanitized after the service is over. All right, second and third grade room. We've got tables in here. We can have 20 kids in this classroom. The cabinets over there, the leader boxes are on the table, but all these things will be inside the cabinets when you come on Sunday in this classroom. That's where you'll store everything when Sunday is over. You've got 3 rugs for small group time here. These rugs are 8 feet wide. They're big rugs. So you can have some kids sitting in a small group circle with you at the circles. You can also have kids sitting here at the table, 2 kids per table in your classroom for activity time and for crafts. The 4th and 5th grade rooms got a little bit of a different setup because this is our preteen classroom. All of these neat chairs here I put in before COVID happened, and then COVID happened and we couldn't use any of this space. I put new things in there for this classroom. I was super bummed that we weren't able to use it, but they will be able to sit in these chairs safely. They're easily cleanable and they're more than 6 feet apart. So if a child wants to sit in one of these chairs for their own personal time with their craft, with their individual personal kit, or maybe there's a small group activity that will allow them to have some some solitude or some isolation, then they can sit in these chairs safely, but the couch will be taped off. We will not be having kids sitting on the couch. But again, big, huge small group rugs that are all 8 feet wide. We can have kids sit safely here for small group time. There's also a couple tables in here as well. I have another table in here before Sunday too. So plenty of room, plenty of space for kids to spread out and to be able to participate in the activities. This is the precepts classroom right now, 2 kids per table. That's the door over there on the other side where parents will walk out, kids will walk out at pickup time. And then Amy will be standing right up here at this podium teaching the Bible with power and helping kids learn about Jesus. I think they're taking the kids through the Gospel of John for the next 2 years, which is amazing. Going to spend a lot of time in the book of John learning about some really awesome stuff about Jesus. I'm super pumped. Amy, I'm very proud of you for how you're putting things together for your class. All right, cleaning procedures really quick, guys. I got about 5 minutes and 50 seconds until we're out of time. Room services will be wiped down after children leave, tables and chairs. Classroom leaders will have curriculum totes with tailored lesson craft items. Those things will go back into the cabinets and disinfect those leader boxes and those individual craft, those activity kits. Just wiping them down and making sure they're clean. Reminders really quick, guys, please wear appropriate attire when you're coming to serve. Wear your Crossroads Kids t-shirt, pants, either jeans, khakis, or an appropriate long dress for the ladies. Please arrive on time. Don't shun kids away. If they want to run up really quick and give you a hug on the side of your leg, that is okay. It's just staying connected to them and them staying on your hip all morning or sitting in your lap for a long time. We're not doing that, but don't stiff arm a kid in the face if they want to run up to you and give you a quick little hug. That is totally appropriate. Don't stay 6 feet away from a child that is visibly upset or crying. Meet them on their level, eye to eye, and if needed, console them for just a little bit, but don't stiff arm a kid if they're really upset visibly about something that's bothering them. Want to create a safe and loving environment, and that's where kids are really going to come to know Jesus best. No more than 3 kids in the bathroom at a time. For our kindergarten and first grade rooms, I'm working on getting those bathrooms turned back on for you guys so you don't have to walk all the way down the hallway to do so. Remember that while ministry looks different, it is still ministry, and we will have an opportunity to influence the faith of the next generation if we work together and work together as a team, follow the expectations. Don't ever be afraid to ask questions, bring me your input. We are all in this together, guys. All right. So I'm going to try and answer a couple questions here in the final 4 minutes. All right. So will volunteers still meet for the pre-service meetup or just head straight to their classrooms? Great question, Mumbai. We will all meet up. We will not meet up for VIP time. When you come, just go straight to your rooms. Our service directors, Chris and Ricky and myself, will all make rounds to check on you guys. I want you all in your rooms or in your areas to pray over your area before the kids come, get acquainted with what the activities are going to be, really look over them if you need to, work together as a team, decide how maybe you want to make some of those things work. But most importantly, just breathe and just pray before all the kids come. That's going to be your time to do that, and have any of us answer any questions that you guys have. It'll give us a good bit of time to do that. Do we need to disinfect if there is just one service? Technically, no, but I want us to do so anyway, because there'll be parents coming by, and I think it'd be really good if they saw a couple of us just spraying a couple things down. It'll be good to spray down the leader boxes and the activity kits on the outside, because more than likely myself and Danielle or Dana, our new admin, will come in and probably start looking at things on Monday. So it's just better safe than sorry, just to spray down the outside of stuff and just the tables and the chairs. But you don't need to spray down every single marker. You don't need to wipe down every single pair of scissors or a glue stick, because those things should be reasonably safe. So what if the kid doesn't want to keep their mask on? Great question. If the kid doesn't want to keep their mask on, we're going to deal with that on a case-by-case basis, but they've got to have some really good reason as to why they're not going to wear it. And if they are taking it off and playing with it, just tell them to politely put it back on. More than likely they'll do so, but if they're really giving you a hard time about it and being disrespectful, that is a disrespect issue, and we will take care of that one at a time. And if we ever have to call a parent for any discipline reasons, then we will do so. But we'll politely ask them to put the mask back on. Be kind about it. Don't be a meanie pants, and just ask them to politely put it back on. And if it becomes a problem, then that's when you can rely on your service directors and myself to come and help you guys out. Will we get the regular midweek email with the leader's guide? Yes, you will totally get that. You'll get that from me this Thursday. Amy, can I get some Bibles too? No, you cannot have any Bibles. Okay, I got you a whole bunch of books already. You don't need any Bibles. All right, kids are wearing masks. Yes. Elementary kids, do they get temperature checked at children's desks? That's one change. Kids will be checked by Pat Kern at his team at his table, not at the welcome desk. I told you guys differently this morning, but that has changed. They will be checked in at Pat Kern's desk. Hey guys, listen, I'm out of time. If you guys have any other questions, shoot me an email. This recording will be saved and I'll send the link out to anybody who missed it. So if there's something you want to go back and watch, don't worry, you'll have the opportunity to do it. But hey, I miss you guys. I'm super pumped about getting started back this weekend. I love every single one of you so much. And I'm so grateful to have you guys back on and serving with us this weekend. But have a great evening, get some rest, get some sleep this week, pray for our kiddos, and we will get jumping and jiving this Sunday, okay? All right, guys. Have an awesome evening and let me know if you have any questions, all right? See ya.